Good morning again. Hey, you're learning. I love it. At this time, could we please welcome our graduates who are led by Dr. Deborah Neighbor, class of 1977, this year's College Marshal. Let's hear it for our graduates, everybody. Please also welcome the faculty and staff of Paul Smith College. And finally, please welcome our stage party to today's event. They include today's commencement speaker, David Kane Takelu Fadden, Senior Class President Cora Mance, Student Government President Connor Howell, Professor Emeriti Susan Alexander and Peter Rowland, Mark Dwosnick, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, members of Paul Smith College Board of Trustees, members of the President's Cabinet, and President Dan Kelton. And let's hear it for our bagpiper today, Wanda Goundry. You know, there's a tradition at Paul Smith College of displaying flags to honor our country, of course, and the home country of the students graduating at the ceremony. So today we are flying, of course, the United States, but also Canada, Nigeria, Czech Republic, and the Haudenosaunee, whose traditional lands include our campus. And at this time, I would like to welcome College Marshal Deborah Neighbor.
I hereby.
I'm tall. There you go.
I hereby call the Paul Smith College 79th Commencement exercise to order.
I'm tall too. Not really. You feel the energy? Yeah. Feeling good? You ready to graduate? Well, it's going to take a little while. We got to go through some ceremony processes first. Why don't you sit down? So I have two roles. So my name is Dan Kelting. I'm the president of Paul Smith College, and I have the honor of serving as the president of this amazing institution located here in the heart of New York State's Adirondack Park. And so I have two roles, as I said. My first role is to make sure you have good weather. So I think check that. And then my second role is I'm basically the MC. So you're going to see a lot of me coming back and forth on the stage. So welcome all of you to Paul Smith College on this very special day. As a tradition for every one of our commencements, I'd like to start by acknowledging the history of this land we are gathered on today. We acknowledge that Paul Smith College is located on the homeland of the Haudenosaunee and other indigenous peoples. This area is a home, workplace, and/or classroom for all of us. And it is therefore important that we know the history and acknowledge the long ancestral heritage that is based here. We respect the honor and legacy of the original peoples of this land and recognize their contributions to the region. So, graduates, the folks in the front row, even long before you knew this day was possible, there was someone in your life who was in your corner, being your cheerleader. Whether it was a family member, a school teacher, a friend, a coach, someone believed in you. So I want you all graduates, this is a test. I want the graduating classes to stand up. Folks in the black, stand up. And then I want you all to turn around, turn around, and give all your loved ones, friends that are here with you today, a round of applause. And turn back around, and sit down. Oh, you're trained, that's good. While those around you have supported you to get to this moment today, we cannot discount your own personal grit. Throughout your journey here, you've made sacrifices, overcame hurdles, and refused to be defeated by the challenges that have been thrown your way. Graduating amidst special challenges and societal challenges is no small feat. Yet you are here, triumphant and resilient. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, remember that your education has not only equipped you with knowledge, but has also honed a new set of personal skills. Armed with determination, resilience, adaptability, and humility, there is really no limit to what all of you can achieve. So, graduates, I want you all to know how incredibly proud I am of each and every one of you. And I am super excited to witness the remarkable impact each and every one of you is going to have on this world. So if you're able at this time, please stand for the singing of the national anthem performed by Helen DeMong, director of the Paul Smith Choir.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Helen. Please be seated. So Paul Smith College is renowned for its dedicated and highly accomplished faculty and staff. They work so hard to provide our students with an outstanding hands-on, brains-on educational experience. Will the faculty and staff of the college please rise and be recognized? Please. And please be seated. In addition to today's speakers, whom you'll meet shortly, on the stage is the chairman of our board of trustees, members of our board, the college administration, and just as with our faculty and staff, I am honored to work with such a dedicated and talented group of individuals. Please join me in thanking them for all they do. Now it is my pleasure to present to you the 2026 Paul Smith College Senior Class President, who is, well, is about to be, thank you for the save, that's good, about to be a graduate in environmental science from Pine Bush, New York, Cora Mance. And, go ahead, Steve. And the 2026 Paul Smith College Student Government Association President will shortly be a graduate in forestry from Wattash, New Jersey, Connor Howell. Please join me in welcoming Cora and Connor to the podium. All right.
Perfect. Can everyone hear us?
I'm getting over the flu, so if I sound a little scratchy, that's why.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here. Ever since I arrived here 4 years ago, I started up a small tradition. Every morning, the first thing I do when I step outside our door is I say, "It's a great day in the ADK." I say it when the sun is out and the breeze comes just right off the lake.
And I've heard him say it when it's snowing sideways and the wind feels like it's trying to knock you over.
I say it when the lake is calm and everything feels exactly how it should.
And he still says it when it's -10, he's running on no sleep, and he definitely does not want to go to his 8 a.m.
Because for me, it's never really been about the weather.
It's about choosing the good. It's about choosing to see the good in the place that we've called home the past 4 years.
It's a reminder that no matter how cold, how early, or how tired I am, we're actually really lucky to be here at Paul Smith's.
So, Paul Smith College has never been a place of ordinary people. To sit in these chairs, it takes someone willing to ignore the fact that it snows 6 months out of the year.
It takes real mental toughness to get through a 3-hour January dendro lab when it's 5 degrees outside.
And that's exactly what makes the first warm day of spring feel so much better.
Last Monday was one of those days. It was 65 degrees, sun shining, and you know it's real when campus starts to look like an actual college again? You know, nobody could stay inside, and there's a suspicious number of people at the point in the middle of the day.
But last Monday for me didn't start like that. I unfortunately woke up feeling awful. I went down to the RA office and I tried to write this speech, and I was stuck. I had no idea what to write about because I didn't know how to sum up the best years of my life.
And honestly, there are just too many words to fit into a 15-minute speech.
So I gave up and I walked down to the dock. I laid in the sun, accidentally fell asleep a few times, and then made my way to lunch.
Smitties don't love change. We find our people, our table, our routine, and we lock in.
But that day, we kind of broke the routine. It was too nice to sit inside, so we moved outside, but same group. But for once, nobody was in a rush to be anywhere.
And like any true Smitty would,
We skipped class and went to the point.
no hesitation.
Swimming in the lake in April, getting way too sunburned, and just enjoying this place that we really call home. Those are the moments that I'll always carry with me.
When we first got here, most of us were just trying to figure it all out.
Classes, schedules, where we fit in, and who we wanted to be.
And somewhere along the way, without really noticing it,
We grew into the people who can handle a lot more than we thought we could.
not because it was easy.
But because we showed up every day and we figured it out.
So there's one small moment that's always stood out to me, and honestly, it's been a bunch of moments, but anytime we have a large tour group here on campus, the dining hall, it turns into complete chaos. And if you know anything about this place, then you know that like classic Smitties aren't really known for loving big crowds, right?
Yeah, we're definitely not the kind of people to walk into a packed room and think, let's go meet some new people.
No, so our first instinct is usually the opposite. We find a table, sit down, and we try to blend in.
Preferably with people that we already know.
Or at least, you know, the ones who are also trying to avoid being noticed.
Which, conveniently, is most of us.
And I'll tell you what, that's what made those moments kind of funny. I mean, even the people who don't usually sit together from our class, us, you know, we end up sitting at the same tables, squeezing in, making room, and sharing that space together.
All of us, collectively, pretending that we're not a part of the chaos.
And in a weird way, that's kind of our version of being social. You know, it's not big, it's not loud, it's not over the top, but it's just showing up, sitting together, and being a part of something without even needing to say much.
And if there is one thing that I can say about our class,
It's how we really showed up for each other.
whether it's in the classroom, hiking the high peaks, at Grizzle Teas on a Tuesday night,
Or just getting through a long week together.
we built something here that goes beyond just being classmates.
Yeah, we've built a family who has each other's backs.
One of the most incredible things that I think about being a Smitty is that you don't just walk out of these doors and leave it behind. This place has a way of sticking with you.
Yeah, you definitely just don't graduate. You kind of take it with you.
We may not have the biggest campus, the largest student body, but we do have something stronger, and that's a connection that we've built through shared experiences, long winters, and the kind of moments you only get here.
It's a small place, but that's exactly why it means so much to us.
Once you become a Smitty, that stays with you for life. And yeah, things move kind of slow around here. Honestly, it feels like sometimes the more effort you put in, the slower it can feel.
And anyone who's tried to start something here knows exactly what that feels like.
But what this place teaches you, is that you're never doing it alone. You know, a few years ago, a couple people and I tried to start a snowmobile club, and it was pretty slow going. It took a couple years to even get anybody to even know that we were there.
Yeah, and, a lot of it is like, is this even going to work? Like, that's how you're feeling.
But eventually, we built connections with locals, people that believed in what we were doing. And through that, we found someone who wanted to help us.
Yeah, because when a Smitty gets asked for help,
They show up.
every time.
And that's what we're walking away with, that sense of community, that willingness to support each other no matter where we end up.
Yeah, that doesn't stay here, that comes with us.
That's the torch that we've been given,
And now it's on to us to carry that forward into the future.
and that part of Paul Smith's does not end today.
The people, the lessons, the stubbornness, the support, we carry all of that forward.
And as we get ready to leave here,
That can feel exciting.
but also a little uncertain,
So I keep thinking about the time that I got to go on Alex's trip to India. It was a fantastic study abroad class. And there's one moment there that actually really stood out to me, and I feel the need to share it with all of you guys. So our trip led us to the top of a waterfall where we had an incredible view of everything around us. And everyone thinks about like the beauty of a waterfall, standing at the bottom and kind of looking at it. But no one ever thinks about what happens when you're standing on top, kind of looking over the edge. Rushing water, it just seems to fall like right off the face of the earth, out of view. And you can't get close enough to the edge to see right where it goes.
and I think that's how a lot of us are feeling right now.
But here's the thing. I couldn't see where the water went right away, but up in the distance, I could see where the river picks back up. And the view was incredible. I mean, it was totally foreign, incredible. And I'm a forestry major, but I didn't even know what trees I was looking at, but beautiful.
And usually if he doesn't know, he definitely pretends like he does.
Still, though, it was beautiful.
I think that says a lot about where we are right now, entering new territory, facing the unknown, but with a clear vision of the future that we're all working towards.
And now, somehow, we're all kind of standing at the edge ourselves, looking out at whatever comes next for us.
If the last 4 years have taught us anything,
It's that things don't always go like they're planned.
actually, they almost never do.
But somehow, those are the moments that we'll remember the most.
The ones that turned into stories that brought us closer.
The ones that made this place feel like home.
So as we all go our separate ways,
Into careers, new adventures, and whatever else comes next, even if we don't know what that looks like yet.
we know who we are and where we came from.
And no matter where we end up,
If that's back here in the Adirondacks or somewhere completely new, we get to carry this place with us. That mindset,
the resilience,
the ability to find good moments.
even when it's snowing sideways,
So wherever life takes you, just remember,
even in the toughest of times, it's still a great day in the 80K.
So, Cora and Connor, that was amazing. I think you did a great job capturing really what the school's all about. Would you agree? Yeah. I mean, another round. Thank you, guys. And now I have the distinct pleasure to introduce David Fadden to give our commencement address. David is a nationally recognized visual artist and cultural educator whose work explores Haudenosaunee identity and the relationships between people and the natural world. His work has been exhibited across the Northeast, including the Smithsonian's National Museum of the American Indian. A lifelong resident of the Adirondacks, graduate of Saranac Lake High School, that's awesome. David has a deep connection to the natural world and to the teachings of his Mohawk heritage. He is widely respected not only as a painter, but also as a storyteller and cultural interpreter, whose work bridges traditional knowledge and contemporary perspectives, a focus that aligns closely with the mission of Paul Smith College. Please join me in welcoming David to the podium.
Thank you. I am truly honored for this opportunity to speak to you today as you embark on this exciting chapter of your lives. When I was asked to make this speech, several thoughts came into mind, and I will share them with you now. First off, just want to come clean, I never finished college. You guys are lucky. But I regretted it ever since. Whenever I talk to students, both at a really young age and at the college level, I always encourage them to finish no matter what. No matter what obstacles or hardships are in front of them. When you reach the finish line and get your degree, you are free to find your path in life. The stage of your adult life truly begins shortly. This road will be bumpy for some and smooth for others. As an artist, I took the bumpy road. In hindsight, I should have gone to art school and learned the technical skills of creating art. Instead, I made a million mistakes and struggled to feel like I made it as an artist. I still feel that way sometimes. You will make mistakes, struggle at times, and people will criticize your work. Listen to that criticism and do not take it personally, but rather learn and grow from those mistakes. You may not agree with the criticism at times, but if you listen and not take it too personal, you will realize it was meant to help you grow. Be creative, be fearless. Think outside the box, and you will create new roads that your elders never would have thought of. This creative energy is what makes us thrive as humans. As the great professor Kurt Steger points out, humans are now a force of nature, affecting the entire planet. We must use that creativity and imagination to be a force of good for the world. I'll take a few moments to talk about an important aspect of our culture. It's called the Ohandu Galiwadekwa, and that's a Mohawk word. The translation means the words that come before all else, or also known as the Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving Address. These are words that the Six Nations people recite at the opening of events or gatherings, whether spiritual in nature, political, or simple gatherings. This address acknowledges all aspects of creation in the parts of nature we see daily that give us life. One section of these words thanks the enlightened teachers. Teachers remind us of lessons in teachings we sometimes, for various reasons, forget or neglect. There are some great teachers here today. Know that you are soon to receive your diploma and begin the rest of your lives. You will continue to learn, and in some respects, you are still students. You will continue to learn and grow as you leave college. And I was very fortunate to have grown up just 7 miles down that road, down in Anchiota, next to my grandparents, in the museum my grandfather founded in 1954. I witnessed perhaps one of the greatest teachers and storytellers in a generation. I didn't realize at the time, but I was a student the whole time. My dad was also a teacher for 32 years, and I learned most of my artistic techniques from observing and listening to him as I doodled and painted. I learned from simply listening and observing. At the museum, when I was 19 years old, my grandfather asked me to tell a story to some visitors at the museum because he wasn't feeling well that day. And I never told a story in my life. Reluctantly, I agreed on the condition that he leave the room. He was the master after all. He made me nervous. So he left, and using a pictographic beaded record belt as a reference, I proceeded to tell the story. It was awful. I survived. About halfway through the story, it dawned on me that I did indeed know the story. It was at that point I could smell the faint whiff of his pipe. I knew he was within earshot and listening. After I finished, he appeared from around the corner and gave me an affectionate pat on the shoulder. It was a test. This graduation ceremony is that affectionate pat on your shoulders. These teachers here gave you the tools to succeed, and you are very soon on your way. Many centuries ago, 5 nations, consisting of the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca, formed an alliance in what is now called New York State. This alliance, or confederacy, the main principles are based on peace, unity, and righteousness. These concepts rely on each other, and if one is missing, the balance is disrupted. Using a good mind is a primary way of being that enables this way of peace to exist. A good mind is when you can show empathy for others, kindness, and the ability to use rational thought. We are taught to use a good mind when we walk through our daily lives and encounter obstacles. Using a good mind enables unity, and unity leads to righteousness. When this is practiced, we have a strong community, and even bigger, we have a strong nation. We need to use a good mind in everyday life, whether you work in hospitality, forestry, or recreation. Using a good mind will help you be successful on your journey. I will close with one last thought. Among the Haudenosaunee and many indigenous people, there's a concept or philosophy called the 7 generations. We are taught to consider 7 generations into the future when we make decisions in our lives. Our actions or inactions in some circumstances will have effects on those faces that are yet to arrive. We consider if what we do in our lives today will benefit or harm 7 generations ahead into the future. We are taught to not only consider humans in the future, but also the water, the trees, the animals, and the air. Everything from the smallest grain of sand to the tallest mountain. Respected Onondaga leader Oren Lyons, when he was speaking to the United Nations, commented that he did not see a seat for the eagle. He didn't see a seat for the bear. He didn't see a seat for the rivers or the mountains. We consider ourselves superior, not realizing that we are a mere part of creation, walking somewhere between the mountain and the ant. We are their voice. Haudenosaunee know, and science is now discovering that everything is connected. In our health and everything in creation depends on this connection to exist. This is why we refer to the thunder as our grandfathers, the earth as our mother, the animals our cousins, the moon our grandmother. When you view all parts of the natural world as your family, we are more inclined to take care of them as we would our own family. So walk carefully and with purpose. Always make time to enjoy the gifts of the natural world. Keep learning. Remain optimistic and creative. Learn from your past. Live in your present. And be mindful of the future. You are on your way. Yamak go. Thank you very much.
I love everything is connected. That's really profound and truly meaningful and extremely true. So let's all remember that. So thank you, David, for your remarks. Mark Dewanczyk, Chair of the Board of Trustees, would you please join me? In recognition of David's contributions, the Board of Trustees of Paul Smith College has unanimously voted to confer upon David Fadden the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters. At this time, I invite Dean of Faculty Brett McLeod and Chair Dwanzik to perform the ritual honor of hooding. David. David. That's how it goes. Congratulations, Dr. Fadden.
Thank you.
Thank you. Also, I have the honor to award two more honorary degrees to two of our current trustees. James Cantwell. Jim, would you please step forward? So Jim Cantwell joined the Board of Trustees in 2022 and is the fourth member of the Cantwell family to serve as a trustee of Paul Smith College. In fact, there's been a trustee on the board of Paul Smith College since Paul Smith College started. So it's quite a remarkable lineage. Following his own graduation from Paul Smith College in 1967, Jim received his bachelor's degree from Union College and his Juris Doctorate from Albany Law School. During his career, he served as counsel to various committees in the New York State Legislature and as chief counsel for the State Department of Transportation and executive director and counsel for the Governor's Task Force on Election Modernization. In recognition of Jim's contributions, the Board of Trustees of Paul Smith College has unanimously voted to confer upon Jim Cantwell the honorary degree of Doctor of Civil Law. At this time, I invite Dean McLeod and Chair Dwanzik to perform the ritual hooding of Jim. Get out of your way. It's kind of cramped up here. Dr. Cantwell? Congrats. You're welcome. This is a fun part of the job. Our final honorary degree is awarded to Elizabeth Thorndike, who actually already has a doctorate, but she's getting another one. Liz, will you please join me at the podium? Liz has been a faithful member of the College Board of Trustees since 2011. She herself holds a PhD from Cornell University in the field of natural resources, policy, and planning, and has served over 16 years as an adjunct professor at Cornell. Liz has done tremendous service here in the Adirondack region. She served as a commissioner for the Adirondack Park Agency for many years, and at the state level, she was on the board of the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority, and the statutory role, some words are hard to say, of environmentalist. In recognition of Liz's contributions, the Board of Trustees of Paul Smith College has unanimously voted to confer upon Liz Thorndike the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. At this time, I invite Brett McLeod and Chair Dwanzik, come on over to the side, to perform the ritual hooding of Liz.
Thank you. Can I just say thank you to
Double
all?
Dr. Liz Thorndike.
Thank you to all, and I am not just honored, I am awed to be part of today's ceremony involving the individual whose family made it possible for this college to exist, and perhaps most important, to the person who represents the whole reason that our planet is in the shape that it is and hopefully will continue to be because of the work of him and his ancestors. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. I'd like to welcome Chair Dwanzik back to the podium. You'd like to share a few words of thought about the Cantwell family. Mark?
Good morning, everybody. So I want to take a moment to recognize our North Country family that has been core to this college since its chartered in 1937. I think most of you may wonder, what do the trustees do? What do we actually do up here? And just wondering what we actually do for the college. So officially, we're the governing body with some legal responsibilities. But emotionally, this group of volunteers is committed, and Dave, thanks for the lead-in, to creating generations of Smitties like you who will be successful. These volunteers have been thinking about you before you arrived, and I know they're very excited to share today with you. So we have one trustee, Jim Cantwell, who we just honored, who is continuing his family legacy, carrying the responsibility of being a Smitty. And Jim itself is a Smitty of 67, but since the founding of the college by with his grandfather attorney, who helped Phelps Smith create Paul Smith College to honor Phelps's father, Paul Smith. Jim's brother Paul was a trustee before Jim served for, I think, 30 years. And he had unfortunately, until his sudden death 5 years ago. And it's actually 5 years ago this weekend, May 10th, 2021. We want to pass on our continued condolences because we really miss Paul, as well as Jim. After the unfortunate passing of Jim's brother Paul, Jim immediately volunteered to step up and continue the family legacy of having a Cantwell on the Board of Trustees at Paul Smith College. As Jim's term has come to a close now, we've honored him with an honorary degree of Doctor of Civil Law, and his niece, Ginger Carrero, also Malone, an attorney, is unanimously elected to our board to continue fulfilling the Cantwell legacy on our Board of Trustees. Today, I want to personally thank Jim for your service this past 5 years to the board, but I'd like us to all recognize the enormous contribution since its founding of the Cantwell family to Paul Smith College. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Sweet. All right. Next, Connor Howell, come on up. Student Government President, back onto the stage, will present the Student Government Association Awards. Come on up to the podium, Connor.
Awesome. Hello again. So every year at spring commencement, student government presents 3 awards on behalf of the student body. So these awards, Staff Member of the Year, Faculty Member of the Year, and Faculty Advisor of the Year, are selected through a vote by the senior class. So this is the award from us, which is kind of cool. So our first award goes to a staff member who is a friendly face that we've interacted with every day. They make every student feel welcome, valued, and at home on this campus. In fact, they might be the only person here today who knows every student by name. So, in recognition of the care and support that they provide each and every day to each and every one of us, I am proud to present the Staff Member of the Year Award to Judy Lester. She's somewhere.
She's coming.
Okay, perfect. These came out really nice. I haven't seen them yet. They're good.
Thank you, Judy.
So our Faculty Member of the Year is a dedicated teacher and mentor who's made a lasting impact on many students here at Paul Smith College. They are always willing to support both students and the college community as a whole. Their commitment to student success is evident in the time and care they invest in helping us grow inside and outside of the classroom. Through their instruction in soils, that's gonna set.
What'd you do, Connor?
I'm bringing the weather. So, through their instruction in soils and watershed science, and their work with the Society of Ecological Restoration Club, they've helped shape the academic and professional development of so many students. So, for your dedication to teaching, mentorship, and student engagement, the Faculty Member of the Year Award goes to Amanda Cording.
Great job, Amanda.
Oh, perfect. All right, now our final award recognizes a faculty advisor who has made a strong impact on students during my time at Paul Smith College. This person has a unique ability to connect with students, especially those that are just starting out their time here, and creates an environment that feels welcoming and supportive. They have a great sense of humor and the occasional dad joke that makes learning engaging and super approachable with them. Beyond the classroom, they're an incredibly responsive and supportive advisor, always willing to help students navigate their academic paths. So, for your dedication to students and your commitment to making a lasting impact, the Faculty Advisor of the Year Award goes to Corey Laxon.
Good job, Corey.
Yeah, Corey.
All right, because I know you guys haven't heard enough of me yet. To all of you, as our time here comes to an end, I hope that every one of you take what we've learned and carry it into the next chapter. So I think that we've all set an incredible example of what our collective student voice can accomplish on this campus. To the underclassmen who are here today to support us, thank you for being here. Continue to use that voice because it's really powerful and it really can create super meaningful, positive change here at Paul Smith's. I also want to thank the families and friends who supported us along the way. We would not be here without any one of you. And I'm especially grateful for the love and support of my own parents and grandparents who helped me get here. Graduates, on behalf of student government, thank you for everything you've contributed to Paul Smith College, and congratulations on this incredible moment.
I know Corey Laxon really well. He's not as funny as he used to be. Just saying, just saying. So thanks, Connor. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brett McLeod, Dean of Faculty, who will present the awards for special accomplishments.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Commencement 2026. I have the pleasure of awarding some of our special student awards today, starting first with the F. Raymond Agnew Award. This award has a broader definition than other awards, which mainly focus on academic accomplishments. This award is presented in honor of longtime Vice President of Development, F. Raymond Agnew, to thank him for his years of service to the college. Ray was an all-around member of the Paul Smith community, and the award is given in his name is intended for a student who is a model Smitty who shows love for the college through their actions. This year's awardee was nominated by several faculty members and was noted for the number of hats he's worn simultaneously. He served on the college's forest operations crew, cabin and trails crew, tool room crew, sugar bush crew, and plow crew, pushing snow on campus and at the biathlon range well into the wee hours of the morning. In addition to making snow piles, this student's other hobbies include tuning up the college sawmill and chasing down squirrel holes in the maple lines at the sugar bush. This student is also an active member of the student chapter of Society of American Foresters and is always a team player on class projects. His hard work has paid off as he'll be heading to UC Berkeley to join their forest research team studying giant sequoias and put his sharp mind to use alongside his calloused hands. It is a pleasure to announce this year's F. Raymond Agnew Award goes to Hunter Marcy. Our second award is the Alumni Award. It goes to a student for showing remarkable resilience, including coming back from a rough start to be successful at Paul Smith College over the period of at least 4 semesters. It is my pleasure to announce this year's Alumni Award goes to Zachary Zinzo. The Paul Smith College Outstanding Graduate Awards are for the graduates whose comprehensive abilities and achievements have been outstanding. The following graduates were recommended by the faculty of Paul Smith College. We'll start off with the associate's degree recipient. This student is equally comfortable in the trees as in the classroom and sports a 3.92 GPA while bouncing limb to limb as a tree surgeon. One of his professors commented, "This student shows more engagement and dedication to his education than any student I have worked with to date. He is the epitome of professionalism and has continued to operate a successful landscaping and lawn care business while studying at PSC. This student," see, even the dog agrees. "This student elevates the learning experience for his classmates and has gone out of his way to help other students during his 2 years here. He is also routinely engaged with community members outside of PSC and is a great ambassador for the college. As a student and arborist, this student's enthusiasm and authenticity are refreshing. He shows a great ambition and eagerness to continue learning and will undoubtedly have a positive impact in the green industry. It is my pleasure to present the 2026 Outstanding Associates Graduate Award to Gavin Tufo. This year's Outstanding Graduate in the Baccalaureate category goes to a transfer student whose contributions have outpaced her time at PSC. In nomination letters from her professors, the themes are consistent. This student is genuinely curious and feeds her curiosity with constant engagement in the classroom. She possesses real intellectual ownership and takes responsibility for learning that pushes beyond what is required. She is always responsive to feedback, adapts quickly, and values both the routine work and the bigger picture of what she is learning. Her presence creates unmatched academic energy that elevates her peers. This fisheries and wildlife sciences student also blurs the line between her academics and a good time in field and stream. She's established a trail camera-based wildlife monitoring project, which future cohorts of Paul Smith students will benefit from. This has included creating new camera sites, maintenance revisits, beta testing software, and species tagging. In this work, the student's eye for research design has developed rapidly, and her instincts regarding positioning of camera angles, design of data sheets, and troubling camera technology issues is at a graduate student level. Her skill set and interests are amazingly diverse. This past year, she completed an independent study project documenting the community diversity and population dynamics of the zooplankton on Lower St. Regis Lake and established methodology for a long-term ecological monitoring project. It is not an exaggeration to say that without this student, the data quality and overall progress of these projects would be reduced significantly. She has made a lasting impact on both her classmates and her faculty. Finally, it is worth noting that this student is a bit of a horse whisperer. I had the pleasure of working with her in draft horse management, where she brought calmness, clear communication, and a level of equine skill rarely seen east of the Rockies. She will be missed by our team, Dana and Dodge, as well as the rest of the PSC community. It is my pleasure to present the 2026 Outstanding Baccalaureate Graduate Award to Michaela Vinot. Up next are the President's Awards. The President's Awards recognize the graduating associates and bachelor students with the highest cumulative grade point averages. We will start by awarding the bachelor's graduates, and actually had 4 folks tie for this award. The President's Award for highest GPA goes to Megan Hartman, Adia Herman, Tristan Olson, and Leah Williams. Please come up.
It's a race.
Wrong one.
There's a rush.
Way to go, Adia!
Tristan. Megan. And Leah. I will now move to our associates winner, the winner for achieving the highest grade point average among our associates graduates. It's my pleasure to present the Outstanding Graduate Award to Taylor Sorois. And I see that Taylor's actually hiding here even though she's not walking, so Taylor, come on up.
Spider. Oh, you got good vision.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Thank you.
The next award is the Student Life Award. This award is selected by the Student Life staff to celebrate a student who has demonstrated outstanding involvement in campus life and dedication to our community of learners. This year we actually had a tie, so we have 2 winners, and our awardees are Finley Jacobson and Cora Mance. Our final award today is the International Alumni Award. The International Alumni Award recognizes an exceptional student who came to Paul Smith College as an international student. Today, we honor not only the international students in this graduating class, but all of our international alumni who came before them, especially a large contingent of past graduates from Japan. These individuals have enriched our community's legacy, bringing global perspectives that have shaped our institutional culture. This year's winner, graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Management from Opava, Czech Republic, is Kevin Zamazal.
So it's my distinct honor to recognize 3 esteemed members of our academic community who have been granted the title of Professor Emeritus in recognition of their exceptional service, dedication, and contributions to Paul Smith College. These individuals have shaped generations of students, advanced their disciplines, and strengthened the very fabric of our college. Though they have retired from active teaching, their impact remains lasting and profound. Susan Alexander, would you please come forward? There you go. Professor Susan Alexander has served Paul Smith College with distinction for decades as a dedicated member of both the culinary and sociology faculty, profoundly impacting generations of students. Professor Alexander began her service to Paul Smith College in 1973. That's funny. Balancing her responsibilities as a faculty member in the kitchens and front of house, and as supervisor instructor at the Hotel Saranac training facility, and as a mother of 4 sons, while consistently demonstrating professionalism, care, and commitment. Professor Alexander significantly strengthened the college's academic offerings by developing and teaching a range of sociology courses, including gerontology, gender studies, and service economies, and by becoming a certified SafeServe instructor to ensure that students could obtain an industry-recognized food safety credentials in-house. Professor Alexander contributed extensively to the advancement of teaching and learning at Paul Smith College by helping to test and implement the Canvas learning platform. It went down the other day. Had nothing to do with Susan. Playing a pivotal role in creating guidelines for online instruction during the COVID pandemic, and providing ongoing support to colleagues throughout these transitions. Today, we recognize Professor Alexander's lifelong dedication to Paul Smith College and her continued dedication with and support of the institution, exemplifying the spirit, values, and community-minded ethos of Paul Smith College.
Oh, wow.
There you go forward.
Older.
You got it, Susan. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
They don't have pockets. It's kind of hard. All right, our next emeritus honoree is Don Kirch, who's actually a 1967 graduate of Paul Smith College. He taught mathematics. His dad actually taught mathematics here. He was the first Kirch to teach here at mathematics. He was actually the first mathematics professor at Paul Smith back in 1946. So Don Kirch has served Paul Smith College with distinction for 54 years, contributing extraordinary dedication to teaching, mentoring, and service. Throughout his tenure, Professor Kirch taught a wide range of mathematics courses, from algebra to calculus, while helping to shape the content and curriculum of these programs to enhance educational quality and student success. Professor Kirch demonstrated exceptional commitment to his students and to the college, often teaching small classes, including early morning calculus sessions, to ensure that every student had access to a robust mathematics education. Beyond his formal duties, Don Kirch devoted his time and expertise to supporting the physical upkeep and improvement of the campus by conducting detailed surveys of college facilities and identifying maintenance needs, thereby contributing significantly to the preservation and enhancement of institutional resources. Professor Kirch exemplified professionalism and integrity in every aspect of his service, setting a standard for faculty conduct and institutional pride, often recognized by his trademark tie and polished manner that symbolizes respect for his craft and for his students. Though Professor Kirch could not attend today's ceremony, we will recognize his unwavering dedication, long-lasting service, and profound impact on Paul Smith College. So our final emeritus honoree, Peter Rowland, will you come to the podium? That side. Gotcha. Got my back. Awesome. Professor Peter Rowland has provided many years of distinguished service to Paul Smith College as an outstanding teacher, colleague, mentor, and leader within the hospitality programs. Professor Rowland brought his extensive hospitality industry experience directly into the classroom, creating engaging, practical learning experiences grounded in real-world application, and consistently maintaining high academic and professional standards. Professor Rowland demonstrated unwavering dedication to his students by thoughtfully designing rigorous coursework, providing detailed feedback on assignments, and upholding the integrity of the learning experience without resorting to shortcuts or busy work. Professor Rowland also devoted extraordinary time and energy to student success beyond the classroom, including advising student clubs and organizations, organizing transformative externships and professional trips, and encouraging students to expand their horizon far beyond the Adirondacks. Today, we recognize Professor Rowland's lasting influence, which is reflected in the deep respect and ongoing engagement of former students and colleagues, whose continued connection with him underscore the profound personal, professional impact of his work. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So we thank our former colleagues, continued colleagues, for their extraordinary commitment and excellence, and we will celebrate their legacy as part of this commencement. All right. Let's see. Where are we? All right. It's time. Okay. Now is the moment you've all been waiting for. I call on Mark Dwanzik, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to confer degrees for the Paul Smith College class of 2026. Yeah. Please, you already did it. You're welcoming Chair Dwanzik to the stage, so he's here at the podium. Go ahead.
Would Brett McLeod, Dean of the Faculty, please stand?
Will the master students in Natural Resources Conservation please stand?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Paul Smith College and by the New York State Board of Regents, and on the recommendation of the faculty, pending successful completion of your degree requirements, I now confer on each of you the degree of Master of Science in Natural Resources Conservation, with each of you having earned with all the rights and privileges thereunto opportunity. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Will the baccalaureate students please stand when your degree program is called? Baking Arts and Service Management, Biology and Environmental Biology, Business Management, Culinary Management, Disaster Management and Response, Ecological Restoration, Environmental Sciences, Environmental Studies, Fisheries and Wildlife Sciences, Forestry, Hotel, Resort, and Tourism Management, Integrative Studies, Management, Natural Resource Conservation and Management, Natural Sciences, Parks and Conservation Management, Psychology, Recreation, Adventure Education, and Leisure Management, and Sustainable Restaurant Management. Chair Dewanzik, President Kelting, and honored guests, it is my pleasure to present to you these students who have completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Professional Study degrees in the aforementioned program.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Paul Smith College and by the New York State Board of Regents, and on the recommendation of the faculty pending successful completion of your degree requirements, I now confer on each of you the respective baccalaureate degrees, which you have earned with all rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Will the associate students please stand when your degree program is called? Arboriculture and Landscape Management, Baking, Culinary Arts, Forest Technology, and Integrative Studies. Chair Dewanzik, President Kelting, and honored guests, it is my pleasure to present to you these students who have completed the requirements for the Associates of Applied Science, Associates of Science, and Associate of Arts degrees in the aforementioned programs.
And by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Paul Smith College and by New York State Board of Regents, and on the recommendation of faculty, pending successful completion of your degree requirements, I now confer on each of you the respective associate degrees, which each of you have learned with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Thank you, Chair Dewanzik and Dean McLeod. Professor Kanto, will you please return to the microphone and prepare to announce each graduate before they walk across in front of the stage. But first, let us recognize our graduates, our two graduates, sitting here on the stage. Our student speakers, Cora Mance and Connor Howell, please stand up. So it is my pleasure to award you your degrees. Cora Mance, Environmental Science. Let's get a little further here. And Connor Howell, Forestry. Okay, so everybody has a program. So students' names and degrees are listed in your program. I particularly want to draw your attention to the U.S. flag logo next to some of those names. These are graduates who are U.S. military veterans. And let's please take a moment to thank them for their service. Would the faculty ushers please lead the first graduates towards the stage?
Mr. Kelting. Yeah. In Natural Resources and Conservation Masters, Savannah Rain Beachy. Hans Berger. Alexander Bronstein. Samuel Augustus Carter. Bailey Charette. Alec Simony. John Custodio. Rachel Marin Freundlich. Libby Margaret Gillis. Olua Nifemi Olua Dunsin Ilori. Keenan Macaro. Christian Tyler Owens. Ashley Elizabeth Rooker. Erica Sue Schroyer. Desmond Volmar. In Baking Arts and Service Management, Miranda Sheridan Arrowwood. Graduating magna cum laude, Jade Blood. You want the Jade? Leola Jane Brown. Graduating magna cum laude, Madeline Rhodes. Graduating magna cum laude, Alexandra Ann Vandenberg. Graduating cum laude, Annie E. Woods. In biology, environmental biology, Vanessa Erkson. Maria Giel. Graduating summa cum laude, Jamie Leffler. Gotta slow down. Graduating summa cum laude, Emma Smith. In graduating in business management, graduating cum laude, Emily P. Cook. Ryan Janis. Graduating magna cum laude, Benjamin Mara. Graduating cum laude, Attila Cannell. Andrew Smith. Graduating magna cum laude, Jack Blaze Taylor. Graduating summa cum laude, Jeremiah Burnett. Graduating in disaster management and response, graduating magna cum laude, Ryan Peter Chiare. Cooper James Hearn. Graduating magna cum laude, Finley Jacobson. Brendan Lavery. Delia Ann Perro. Garrett Tuttle. Graduating summa cum laude, McKenna Laura Jean Verhagen. In ecological restoration, Colin Jackson. Graduating cum laude, Noah Anthony Keys. Paige Marsh. Graduating cum laude, Tristan Miller. Donovan Richardson. Catherine Tremblay. In environmental sciences, Timothy Blowers. Graduating summa cum laude, Danielle Renee Boyer. Jessie Rose Turtle Church. Sean Cortella. Kyle Davis. Graduating cum laude, Ethan Kenneth Halleck. Graduating magna cum laude, Asher D. Hines. Graduating summa cum laude, Taylor E. Jarvis. Graduating summa cum laude, Ryan Vaughn Keenan. Anthony M. Kendrick. Graduating magna cum laude, Samuel Lepo. Graduating cum laude, Philip Henry Matthews IV. Graduating magna cum laude, Michael Anthony Marchese. Graduating summa cum laude, Owen Ryan. Brian David Steele. In environmental studies, graduating cum laude, S. Astrid St. Pierre. Graduating magna cum laude, Griffin Smith.
Congratulations, Griffin.
That's a great name, Ronnie Sunday. That's awesome. Graduating magna cum laude, Ronnie Sunday. Have your card? Graduating fisheries and wildlife sciences. We had a card mix-up. It was a big freak out for a minute. Is it Alberga? Yeah. Jacob K. Alberga. Hunter Boudreau. Joel Bowersox. Jacob E. Butler.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Graduating cum laude, Carter Copini. Graduating summa cum laude, Sabine Cowan. Graduating summa cum laude, Delaney Catherine Curley. Graduating magna cum laude, George William Duffy. Graduating cum laude, Paige Guptill. Jeremiah Harrington. Graduating summa cum laude, Ada Herman. Jessica Marie Hickey. Lucas Jensen. Graduating cum laude, Griffin Johnson. Jada Marie Kimball. Kenzie Nora Luthauser. Luke W. McReynolds. Natalie Myers. Colin Palmer. We decided yes. Noah Reist. Tyson Smith. Graduating summa cum laude, Sterling Sweeney. Graduating magna cum laude, Michaela Vigno. Kenan West. Graduating cum laude, Brennan Edward Wilkins. Graduating summa cum laude, Leah Williams. In forestry, Justin Briggs. Graduating magna cum laude, Zephyr Brown. Graduating magna cum laude, Colby Bruce. Ian Dinda. Owen Lee Farrell. Dominic Sebastian Grutza. Olivia Elizabeth Jablonski. Kyle Mark Joray. Isaac Edward Benjamin Mayer. Graduating cum laude, Hunter Marcy. Oliver McGuire. Thomas Nolan. Graduating cum laude, Matthew A. Nemchek. Nathan Caleb Sanchez. Luke Strasser. Samuel J. Wood. Stephen Yavor. In Hotel, Resort, and Tourism Management, graduating magna cum laude, Emma Stetson Afton. In Management, DeVere Christian Barnaby. Graduating magna cum laude, Lola Detoni. Isaiah Gabriel Prince Evans. Owen T. Smith. Michael Soto. Graduating summa cum laude, Kevin Zamazal. In Natural Resource and Conservation Management, Joshua Alexanian. Lily Anna Brainerd. Graduating cum laude, Christopher Wayne Burnett. Landon Donaldson. Paulina Rose Garcia. Lillian Rose Gogan. Graduating cum laude, Connor Patrick Guest. Kagan Hance. Graduating summa cum laude, Megan Hartman. Graduating cum laude, Thomas Horn. Jesse J. Jandro. Graduating cum laude, Alexander Loomis. Graduating summa cum laude, Tristan E. Olson. Ryan Peterson. Riley Schoen. Yawendanawa Casey Sawatis. Zachary Zinzo. In Natural Sciences, graduating cum laude, Ethan Bentley. Graduating summa cum laude, Alden Berkey. In Parks and Conservation Management, graduating cum laude, Olivia Caprio. Connor Graham. John C. Hook. Jocelyn A. Homer. Graduating cum laude, Allison Lang. Graduating magna cum laude, Axel Sven Lindy. Adam Ruiz. Graduating summa cum laude, Tristan J. Softly. Braden L. Shattuck. In psychology, graduating magna cum laude, Leah E. Coulomb. Roger Premo. In recreation, adventure education, and leisure management, Rebecca Bradbury. Graduating cum laude, Riley Rose Nastasio. In sustainable restaurant management, Kimberly Iris Braithwaite. Blake Russell Hammonds. In arboriculture and landscape management, graduating summa cum laude, Gavin Harper Tufo. Graduating magna cum laude, Liam Carroll. Hazen Robert Stannard. Elijah Kelting. Graduating cum laude, Gabriela Carvalho. Jackson P. Fillion. Margaret Mendice. In baking, Savannah Baker. Tamika Johnson. Graduating magna cum laude, Gabrielle Sherwood. Catherine Cat Strack. Graduating cum laude, Lynn Catherine Wolf. In culinary arts, graduating magna cum laude, Megan Blake. In forest technology, Jessica Reed. And also, Ethan Sherman.
Taking a dramatic pause. Okay. So we're coming to the end. Pivotal moments in our lives come in various forms. Some are marked by grand ceremonies, others by small shifts in our journey. But regardless of how they unfold, each moment holds significance, shaping the narratives of our lives. As you prepare to turn your tassels, symbolizing the completion of this chapter, you're not just looking or closing a book, but opening a new one as part of a new vibrant community of over 15,000 alumni. In the years to come, as you reflect on your time at Paul Smith College, let there be no doubt in your mind that the investment you've made in yourself was worth it. I urge you to pay it forward by investing in the future of your beloved alma mater. Whether it's offering your time, sharing your wisdom, or supporting college initiatives, your contributions will help pave the way for future generations of Smitties. Okay, so graduates, I ask you, are you ready? You ready? Ready to embark on the next chapter of your journey with courage? Yeah? All right. Determination? All right. And you're committed to make a difference in the world? Scouts honor? All right, then let's stand up. Just the graduates. Turn your tassels from the left to the right. And maybe turn around. Turn around and look at everybody. Families and friends, please join me in giving a round of applause to the class of 2026. Good job. Great job. Or you can sit down. So, folks, if you look on your program, I think it's bottom on the second page, you'll see the Paul Smith College alma mater. I'm asking you to please join me in singing the Paul Smith College alma mater performed by Miss Helen DeMong.
If you know this, please join me in singing of the alma mater of Paul Smith College. By the shores of fair St. Regis stand the mighty pines. Alma mater hails her faithful to the end of time. We will lift our eyes and spirits ever toward the sky, and we'll pledge our loyal homage as the years go by.
Thank you. So, this concludes our official ceremony. I want to thank everyone for participating and joining us to celebrate our newest alumni of Paul Smith College. So the run of show will be the stage party. We'll leave. It's called the recessional, so we're going to recess. And I'll be first. And then we invite all of you to join us. First, take a few minutes, take some nice photos. It's a nice day. And then join us under those tents over there at the alumni reception to celebrate our newest Paul Smith College graduates. And again, congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.